Welcome to Geeks 4x4, the home of the bobbed Ford Excursion and some other things, some other Ford Excursion stuff. I don't know, try to be all the Ford Excursion stuff. And I am live today, coming to hang out with you guys. And I was going to not move my Jeep. I think I need to roll it back a little bit. Excuse the guy with the Dodge outside. He's gonna be mad at me. And the Jeep has like a really nice thing to hold my phone. Be live. What is up? See some people coming in here. We just got live here. This is the Excursion chat. The weekly Excursion chat with me, the geek. And this is what I do every week. Come in here, hang out with you guys live. Typically a little bit earlier. I'm a little bit late today, so I do apologize for that. Fabio, how are you doing, sir? What's up, man? Any of you that are in here, if you can hit that like button early, that would be amazing to help get this thing growing quick. Getting everything set up here, getting a charger out, got my chair out, sit here and chat with my folks, chat with my Excursion folks, and just say hi to my friends, get to know some new ones, and that's what we do every week. Just kind of come in here and hang out. Christopher, how are you doing? Dang, man, that is awesome. So, did you just find the channel, Christopher? I don't recognize your name. I am really glad you are here. My family also bought Excursions like that pretty young, but you actually bought before us, so you've been an Excursion owner longer than me. I'm glad to have you here, Christopher. That's awesome. Yeah, so my grandpa bought our first Excursion. Bought our first Excursion in November of 2000, and then from there, and that's how long we've owned it. And so, but you've got a lot less miles on there with 175. I wish mine was that low. The one I drive is a 2001 7.3 with 348,000 miles on it. So yeah. Oh, you're in PNW too, dude. I'm in Washington State. Are you in Washington as well? Yeah, I was not in the Pacific Northwest when we bought these. We bought the first one. The first one we bought, well, we lived in California at the time, but the first one we bought was, oh, you're in Salem. Cool, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm in Wenatchee, so up in Central Washington, and yeah, so my grandpa bought the first one. I think I got pictures October of 2000 when we first saw it. I got a picture at the dealer and everything, same type of thing. But yeah, you've done a lot better job at keeping the miles low on yours, so good job on that. It is not easy. So, sorry, Ossifer. Love that name. That's great. Got a 2005. That is awesome. Yeah, dude, you got all the big stuff there. Nice. Got a V10 with 280 and then the 8.1 GM with 480. That is quite a few miles there. Yeah, good for you, Christopher. It's hard to buy stuff and hold on to them. That is nice. And you keep the miles low, which is also impressive. A lot of people like me drive them a ton, and then I'm gonna keep it forever, but it's gonna have a lot of miles on it. So sorry, working on getting all of my stuff set up here. YouTube likes me to do some things, so I'm just over here starting that. Yeah, see, I guess if I sold a 68 Mustang in high school, I think you wouldn't want to sell anything ever again. Yeah, see, I totally agree. Sorry, Officer Ossifer. I think that, yeah, the new electronics and stuff like that is really hard to. You can't work on it yourself either, and that's really a problem too. Uh, so yeah, you had to rebuild your fuse box. Ooh, did it get condensation in it, or what happened? Why'd you end up having to rebuild it? And I gotta do the pole too. And I got a pole going down in there now too, hopefully. Yes. Duck Ninja Dad, what is up, man? Yeah, love your 2000 Excursion. What engine's in there, Duck Ninja Dad? Sucks at blowing cold. That's not fun. Nice. Matthew, thank you for coming in, man. Thanks for being a fan for a long time. Glad you finally made a live stream. That's the idea behind the live stream, is to really get to know you guys and hang out. So, any questions, anything like that? Like, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here on these lives. All I ask from you guys on the lives is to hit the thumbs up. And if you feel so inclined, there is a super thanks thing that you can donate money if you're up for that. Obviously, we're just here to hang out. So that's what I'm more important. That's what I'm more interested in. So, yeah, man, the problem. V10, 6.8 gas. Nice, Duck Ninja. That's great. Sorry, I gotta put somebody in timeout here. Got an Excursion, got a poll going down there. If you own an Excursion, you should definitely vote in it. If you don't own an Excursion, you shouldn't. I'm just kidding. Love to know at the end of this how many people came in that were actually owners. And so I pretty much do the same poll every week, and I just love to know how many people are actually owners. So, Captain shares, Christopher, all the years. So if you can find a set of captains from any Excursion, they'll go in yours. You got to do a little bit of, I think you have to do a little bit of modification anyway, though, because they mount a little bit differently. But I think the holes are there. I don't really, I have not personally put captain's chairs in them. And I've only seen one Excursion, I think, with the captain's chairs, and I was in middle school, so I do not remember that much about that Excursion, surprisingly enough. You know, anything is possible, Christopher. You're gonna want to, if you want to do that, you're gonna have to make yourself a mount, because the front mounts like have this down facing thing, and there's nothing like that in the back. So there's a flat on the front and then a curved on the back, on the flat in the back part of the mount of the front and the curve on the front mount of the front. Duck Ninja. Can't see it in this. It's gonna yell at me. There's my thoughts right there. This truck is swapped. My other truck will be getting swapped. I think it is a worthwhile swap for sure, depending on what you're doing and your idea, how long you want to keep the truck and this and that and everything, right? But the drivability that it does is amazing. Sorry, Ossifer, doing a coil swap right now. Cool. And an Allison. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, coil swap. Hopefully you're watching my videos and they're somewhat helpful. I know they can be boring. Matthew, we are talking about putting a driver and passenger seat in the rear of an Excursion. My answer to that is I have never done it, so I don't know. Christopher, I would like to convert this truck to a manual. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Ossifer. Do you have both? Do you have a 7.3 and a V10, or what do you have? When you mean both? Oh, you mean because you've got the 8.1. Is it a Burb that you have, a Suburban, or is it a pickup? Duck Ninja. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, let me know how it goes. I'm curious. I mean, obviously. Also, the channel is a great hub for Excursion. So if you want to make an install video and put it out to an audience like this, I am more than happy to try and edit something together for people. I've done that before, and or doing tip of the day type things and stuff, guys. You are on my lives. You are part of my core family when you're in here on the lives, and you guys get a closer look at this. And if you want to see something that I haven't done that you think you have, or you have, something like that, I am more than happy to work with you and, help you get those shots and then put it up here as the hub. I want to be the Excursion information hub. So if there's stuff I haven't hit that you guys want to see, you just let me know. Dennis, how are you doing? Yeah, man. Yeah, Dennis, it's definitely a needed thing. Dennis, you're over. We just talked last week, right? You're the one over here, Spokane area that just picked up that red Excursion, right? And Dennis, I looked that one up. That wasn't the one I had seen. So you found a different one that I didn't even see. So that's great. Christopher, you let me know, man. I might be able to help you out. Sorry, Ossifer. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The Burb ride's better. I do agree with that. You coil swap an Excursion, though, and you could do everything with it, and it rides just as good with the right springs and stuff. Guys, I'm telling you, I know. Also, sorry about this Dodge going around in the background. Also, just so you guys know, if you want to buy anything from Skyjacker this month, the code is Geeks4x410, get you 10% off. There's like a giveaway going on this month. And last month I had a great giveaway, or a great month with Skyjacker. A bunch of people used my code and I made some money, and that was awesome. And then this month, when their giveaway is going for the ambassadors, when I need one sale to get entered in the giveaway, nobody's bought anything. So if you're considering buying Skyjacker stuff, I would appreciate if you did that in the next few days in this month, so I can get entered into this drawing, giveaway, whatever they're doing. So yeah, even just a sticker or whatever from Skyjacker, use the code Geeks4x410, and I'll get entered into this drawing for them, and I would really appreciate that. Geeks4x410 at Skyjacker. So, Duck Ninja, that costs, obviously, like you said, it changes in areas, and it's going to change on how much you spend for the axle. I did it cost-wise, not time-wise, cost-wise for right around $3,000. Who's talking? Did I talk about Dodge? I didn't talk about Dodge, don't worry. Jambo Edits, hi, how are you? Saw you up there. Wholesome of K, it is 5:12 p.m. in my country of the United States of America. Project XJ, I see you in there. What's up, buddy? Yeah, Christopher, Project XJ. So go to his YouTube channel. He's got a YouTube channel of doing XJ stuff, Christopher. It's just Project XJ here on the old YouTube, and he's got some great content. He's also an awesome dude, and just a great guy to follow here on the YouTubes. Hey, if you're in here and you have not, I did apologize. I totally forgot. Yeah, the stupid comments are so freaking loud. Okay, Project XJ is trying to beat my record. He's going to try and do the coil swap for $800. That's insane. If you can do that, that's fantastic. I paid $15 for the axles, which up here in the Pacific Northwest was a great deal. And then I bought the PMF brackets, and so the coil bucket brackets, and the frame brackets for the control arms. So yeah. Who's not live right now? Oh, Project XJ is not live right now, but go subscribe to Project XJ because he has videos about what you're looking for and stuff like that. Wholesome of K, thank you, man. Yeah, it's a big girl. Yeah, make the money back. That makes sense. That makes sense. You're the best pick apart in Salem. That's awesome. Matthew, that's an interesting decision, but yeah, I mean, do explain why. Well, let's argue with it. I'm not going to argue with you, but let's talk about it. I do agree, cost wise, the leaf springs make so much better. Yeah. A neon pink Excursion, John Cat. Dang, that's big and bright. Hey, if you're in here and you haven't hit the like button, you guys should do that. That would be awesome. I also have channel memberships and stuff going on. You'll see Fabio pop up. He's got channel membership. I do some little things for the members if you guys are up for that. Like I said, there's super chat up in there. And if you haven't subscribed and you would consider that, that would be awesome. Just kind of the Excursion guy, trying to be the Excursion hub on the internet and get everything going out. Like I said, I'm planning an event for next year and doing all that stuff. So totally, Matthew. Matthew, this is not your time to do a coil swap, my friend. Just enjoy that Excursion and keep it nice. Don't beat it up so that when you get the money to really, really make it nice, you can. Dang, Duck Ninja, I appreciate that. We got a donation going on. Appreciate that a lot, Duck Ninja. That is awesome. Yeah, you're not wrong. Sorry, Ossifer. Jesse's Garage, R. Shackleford. No, I have not seen Jesse's Garage thing on there, R. Shackleford. Yeah, I don't really know. I have not seen that. But yeah. Of course, Duck Ninja Dad. I am like I said, trying to keep the Excursion guys alive. Duck Ninja, did you hear what I said, or have you already seen the stuff for the Excursion event that I'm working on? I don't know if you're taking off right now, but I'm working on an event. It's going to be next April, and it's going to be in Maris Adventure Park. I don't know if you're on your computer or if you're on your phone, it's easier to if you go into like the community tab on my YouTube channel here, you'll see a post that says, we're doing the Excursion event. I'm going to make a new post here, so it'll be at the top again. But it's only like 2 or 3 posts down currently. And there's a link. And there's a link to fill out a Google form to put in your email and stuff. And in that link, I don't have all the information right now. What I know is it's going to be in April. What I know, next April? Why so soon? What? It's 10 months away. Not in the Pacific Northwest, no. It's going to be... Yeah. John Cat, that's a great question. Let's get back to that. So the event is in April, and it's in the plan is at Maris Adventure Park in Texas. So that's where we're going to do it. The reason we're doing it for there is a ton of reasons. Obviously, it's not because it's close to me, and you know that everybody would get mad if I was like, I'm hosting the event and I'm hosting it down the street from me. I wanted to do it Central U.S., and so sweet, Doug Ninja. So you're right there. So go find that link. If you can't find that link, shoot me a message. I'm the same Geeks 4x4 on every TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You can shoot me a message on any of those, and I will get you that link. Just say, hey, I need the link to the event. I'll get it right to you. Not when I'm live. I can't do anything when I'm live. It's kind of annoying. Normally I have a friend here, and I need to text him really quick. So give me a second. I'm going to pause this. Don't run away for a second. Hang on. I have a friend coming. Okay, cool, Doug Ninja. That's great. Yeah, man. So you're doing that. Okay, so I'm back. Somebody said if I could have any engine in a Ford Excursion, what would I have? And I think that question is super interesting. Let me pose it to you guys. Let's hear, if you could have any engine in a Ford Excursion and you're in this chat, what would you do? Awesome. Awesome, Diesel. You got my thing. That's awesome. Like I said, last week I said the date. It's the week what we're thinking about right now that is not nailed down, guys, but just like pencil it in your calendar, is the week after Easter, the weekend after Easter. So that's kind of what we're setting up for the event. It's not nailed down yet. Sorry, Ossifer, a 460. 460 never came in the Excursion, my friend. R. Shackelford, you know, I've thought about that. There's room for it, but I don't know. Real deal does? I don't know what you're talking about, Pac-Man. Or Cat. Yeah, Project XJ. I've heard a lot of really good things about the 6 liters. What about your telescope? What the? I'm so confused. There's a ton of people. I love it. Love it. Trying to keep up with the chat here. This is a great time. Yeah. Nice, Duck Ninja. That's awesome. How did you charge it? Did you charge it off the trailer wiring plug? 'Cause that's what I've always thought about, is charging a second battery like a trailer battery. Yeah, I do agree. Sorry, Ossifer. I don't know. I'm saying any engine that was offered in the Excursion. Moisty Meaty, 7.3. Yeah. I think that's like a really trick question. The more that I think it really depends on what you want to do. Oh, so you drive this, you take this telescope to look at the sky and stuff, Christopher? That's awesome. That sounds like an epic use for the Excursion. Yeah, somebody should do a 460 swap. Okay, got it. So you don't have, there's no way for the alternator to charge it. So that's my thought. If you guys are looking for a second battery in the V10, the way that Ford wired these from the factory with a 7-pin trailer connector, the center pin of those 7-pin trailer connectors has a charged 12-volt from the alternator. And so if you take that one and you put it onto a battery, it's already isolated, it's already all that stuff, and it would be super simple just to throw a second battery in and charge it from the 7-pin, essentially, with the alternator, because it's already got isolation and everything like that. That was my plan for Bob, is to put another battery in the back for stuff. I haven't gotten there yet, and I don't know if I will. We'll see. But yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know if the ambulance got 2 alternators. It got a bigger alternator, but maybe it got 2. The 7.3 doesn't have a mount for another alternator. At least mine doesn't. Yeah, that sounds cool, Shackelford. Yeah, matching trailer. Nobody's done that yet. So, high output alternator is sweet. The other thing is, I'm gonna be working with, and I just need to measure them and get them all set for them. The big 7 cables. Those guys are gonna try and make a kit of battery cables for the Excursion, and our factory ones are tiny, so it would be really nice to have a nice upgrade for battery cables. So yeah, Christopher, yours does, huh? Where is it? I'm trying to think of where. I don't think there's room anywhere on mine. Jalib, how kind of you. Yeah, I've towed probably close to that, Chris. Yeah, so I have both. Yeah, the factory ones aren't great. I need to do them on my 7.3 too. But yeah, the Jeep cable. So that's the old name of that company. They are super nice. So I'm gonna be working with them to get. I'm actually gonna try and get them to build a kit for both the 7.3 and the V10. So yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, zero gauge essentially. Yeah, they make a really nice kit. So I want to work with them and try and get them because they can just essentially build anything the way that they're set up. And they expanded from Jeeps, and then they realized our name is really not like I can't just tell people to go to Jeep Cables to buy cables for their Dodges or their Fords. You know, it's kind of dumb. So, Shacker Ford, those are factory. I have factory tow mirrors on both of these ones, both of my Excursions. And then that's a whole nother mystery, right? How the frick, which one came with which, I have no idea. But yeah, factory. Christopher, subscribe on here. And then, like I said, I am on every other social media. So Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Geeks4x4. You can also email me, geeks4x4@gmail.com. There's also, I started consulting. So if you want to book a consulting time and just chat, that's on my link tree. And yeah. John Katz, yes, the ACs are incredible. Yeah, that 560 rear wheel would be sweet. Yeah. Set of factory ones. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the factory ones are so worn out at this point that I don't know that you'd be much worse buying an Amazon set of mirrors. Obviously, try and buy one with good reviews that say they don't just shake like crazy. So yeah. Bye, Christopher. We'll see you around, buddy. Yeah, let me know if you want that link. Like I said, Instagram, Facebook, all that things. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Appreciate it. Yeah, John Cat, you need to get that thing into a shop to get it worked on. Either the orifice tube is clogged, or it's low on Freon, or something's going on, because the Excursion airs are, I mean, they're excellent. So yeah. Hey, if you guys are here and you have not subscribed to Geek Square before, you should do that. And if you have not hit the like button on this here live video, I'm seeing tons of hearts come through and things and all that. Love that. Got Mr. Wright saying the 6-liter Power Stroke. Yeah, Project XJ. It's easier just to build one off of that cab, though. Oh yeah, John Cat. It probably makes for a bad air conditioning system, huh? Have my what duck ninja? Yeah, since Ford won't make a new Excursion, yeah, you just got to take a new F250 and cut the back off of it. Great. Oh yeah, fix everything. Yeah, it's at least 100K. Even if they built a new one, it'd be 100K. Yeah, Duck Ninja. I haven't gotten into that yet. But you're down there you said you're in Dallas, or yeah, you said you're in DFW, I think. There's a guy, Excursions Unlimited, and they do what you're talking about. And so he would go through your truck. I don't know how much it is. I don't know any of that, but yeah. Yeah. John Cat, I live in Washington State, but I drive all over the place, so I know my air conditioner is decent in Arizona, and California, and Texas, and Missouri, and yeah. Yeah. Excursions Unlimited would be my thing. Like I said, I have no idea what that stuff costs, but Gage, the owner, is on all the Excursion pages. Seems like a super nice guy. Never met him, never seen any of the work that they've done, but they do specialize in Excursion stuff. And they have all that. I don't know. Working on other people's vehicles scares me. I don't know the insurance side of things and all that, but you know, I make the videos so you can do it yourself. So if you got the time and you're able to tinker with it and fix little things, then yeah. Oh my gosh, Project XJ, only 2 degrees above 100. Ah, dang, John Cat, that's too bad. Got to figure that stuff out. But time to get it fixed. Next time. Yeah, 102. It's like cold. It's 95 here. The weather app says it is 88, but we just got home and the car said otherwise. And I don't know. I'm sitting in the garage. It's hot. It's warm enough that I'm gonna be sweating here a little bit. And then I didn't bring any water today to hang out with you guys, so that's annoying too. Hey, if you haven't hit the like button, I would love for you to do that. Also, I started talking about the event a little bit. Maybe Grayson Camo can make it easier to put the link in there. Now that I have suggested and begged him to come on, and yeah. Also, like I said earlier, if you're thinking about buying anything from Skyjacker, use Geeks 4x410. That gets you 10% off. It also helps me make a couple of dollars on the sale. John Cat, yes, not an excursion, but yes. Yeah, the Skyjacker thing. Like I said, you can buy merch from Skyjacker. You can buy whatever. Get 10% on everything on the website when you use that code. Also, I need your help this month because I need to get entered in that drawing. So somebody needs to buy something. And there's enough of you on here that I know you can buy something from Skyjacker. And I would appreciate it. And, the other thing is, if you're, like, thinking about buying things that are linked in my videos, there's this extra commission that I could make this month if I make 2/3 of what I made the last 2 months. But, of course, when it's on a month that I have extra commission, nobody's buying things. So if you buy something through one of my links in a video, that also helps me, and I get to that point too. So all those things are helpful. So if you're going to buy something on Amazon, or if you're looking for door lock actuators or something that I've done a video on, and you want to buy that would be awesome. Shackleford, thank you for hanging out, man. I appreciate the questions. Appreciate you being here for a little bit. I said I'm here every week about the same time, and just get to hang out with you guys and get to know you. So thank you for letting me hang with you today. That is very appreciated. Who else is on here? We've had some people had to take off today, but we have had some great conversations already. Super quick again. Really appreciate you guys. Just like, I don't know. I think you're getting used to me being on here, which is a lot of fun. So it's kind of fun. Ha, Dennis. Mine were just like from O'Reilly or something, the stainless ones that I put in and I put studs in it. Whatever. Did I? I put studs wherever they would fit. Some of them don't fit studs on the manifold. So I have a combination. I think they're all stainless and a combination of bolts and studs. John Cat 45s. Yeah, people keep asking me about 42s too. The sheer amount... Yeah, it does have stud stock, but they're not stainless stock. So I have a cap bolt on some of them that's stainless, and then I have studs on some of them too that are stainless. So, yeah. No, you're right. They are all studs from the factory, which is why they suck to get out. Again, are you gonna pay somebody, or what's your plan? You gonna do the 6-week method like I did? If it's just ticking and it goes away when it gets warm, just drive it for a little bit. It's fine. It's the worst job. The worst job ever. And then when they're stuck, there's I don't know if I ever did a video on it. Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with you, Dennis. So there's a kit. Let me go grab it. Like I said, I need sales, so if you're going to do this, Thanks, 606 Fast Tray. There's not another SUV in the world that can replace it, but all right. This plate right here. I bought it on Amazon, and this helps you drill. I don't know if you want a 3-valve, though, but the transmission would be nice. This helps you drill into the center of the bolt that you're trying to get out when it's stuck there. So these are some studs that I replaced with. This is my whole box. I have a whole little box here. That jalopy gets 12 miles per gallon, 606, but that's fine. These are the bolts that I use, so studs and bolts. I have a whole little setup here that has all of my stuff to do manifolds in it. The thing came with file and drill bits and all that, this adapter plate. If you want, Dennis, send me an email. I forget if you already emailed me or not. Send me an email and be like, hey, can you send me a link to that kit, because it's nice. So, all right, Trey, bye. David A. Yes, 100%. The gold plated will make you a way better. Yeah. But Dennis, I get the cents if you buy it through my link. Just kidding. And I need the sales this month. Yeah. No, I can just send you a link. It's not a big deal. I just need to remember to do it. So you just got to email me. Yeah, if you buy anything through my Amazon store, so it doesn't charge you guys anything, but if you're like buying Excursion parts, I know you guys can find them. Like you're not dumb. But if you buy it through my store, I make I make a percentage on every sale that's through my thing, and then it doesn't charge you anything. It's just taking money from Amazon. So we can just all take money from Amazon together. So yeah, details. That thing wasn't that expensive. It was not that expensive. I bought a lot of tools for that. I probably spent as much money buying random tools and trying them to get them out as I could have paid somebody to do it. And yeah. Again, I think I already told you last week, Dennis, I just said, allot your $1,000 and go down to an exhaust shop and get it done. Because it was miserable. It was absolutely miserable. So better luck to you if you're going to do it yourself. And hopefully, like I said, 20 of 20 broke. And yeah, exactly, Project Exchange. Now I have tools. 20 of 20 of mine broke. And 19 of 20 fought me. John Cat, yes. Yes, that would be my recommendation for doing head studs on an Excursion. Just remove the Excursion from the motor, and the head studs will be a lot easier. It's even easier if you just take the heads off the motor and buy new ones. It's just like, that's the way to do it. I also get that, Dennis. That's 100% real. Because you don't know what they're going to do, so you might as well just flog through it yourself. The biggest thing to do I would say, if you're going to do it, go find yourself a set of, like, actual headers. So I just got Shorty. Mine are, I think they're JBA is I think what mine are. And it seemed like a lot of people stopped making headers for the V10 Excursion all of a sudden, right when I started looking, of course. And so, but like if you're going to pull it apart, there's just no reason to not do headers. Project Exchange, I agree. Guys, you have no idea. You have no idea how much pain this was, man. Those headers. I'm not a guy to suggest paying anybody to do anything, but man, yeah. Oh, the catalytic converter. Yeah, unfortunately, John, Maybe yours is worth more. Mine was worth $300. Yes, it still has one. But that's how much it was worth. That thing that you were talking about. Yeah, let's see how we're doing in the poll here. We got 30 votes already. 48% of people that have been in here have owned an Excursion. That is awesome. I'd love to see that. Poon, I have no idea what you're saying. It does not translate that for me. And yeah, I have no idea what you're saying. But if you didn't hit the like button, you should. Like it up. Yeah, so yeah. So Grayson Camo. Cool, man. I look like a rapper. That's great. Yeah, you can just do it with clamps, John Cat. It's fine. I don't have that complaint, Dennis. I don't really notice a difference. It was loud, but I put a MagFlow on it and dumped it in front of the axle anyway. So, I don't think if you left the factory muffler, it wouldn't be that much louder. So, but I think a lot of people that talk about removing that, they just get rid of all exhaust. Some people on these, for some reason, just think that no muffler is going to sound great, and it's just it doesn't sound great. It's not that impressive. No, John, it did not. It had just one massive one. The factory only had one massive one. So if you got two mufflers, somebody probably did that. And they didn't really use resonators back when the V10 Excursion was built, and so there's not really a resonator or anything like that. It's just really restrictive Y pipe starting in 02 or something. Mine has the ram's head, they call it, so it comes down in straight, and then one of them goes around forward and back. Who knows, John Cat? I don't know. Interesting, Matthew. John Cat, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know. You sure the second one isn't a cat? It sounds like somebody put a resonator in it. Or like the small ones right on the back, right? The 5.4s do seem to have a smaller one right before the outlet on the back, which is probably like a resonator, I bet. And you can remove them all. Just take them out. Oh, interesting, Dennis. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. This doesn't sound bad at all without it. And most of them that are getting built don't have it. So it doesn't, it smells like oil sometimes. But sound-wise, doesn't bug me. It's a 3-inch exhaust. It's, as soon as you take that the factory muffler is huge. So it's super quiet, and yeah, it does all that stuff. And so as soon as you take that off, the V10 is a lot more rowdy. And if you don't want it to be rowdy, leave the factory one on. It's not a big deal. And also, if there's no reason to remove the cat, then you shouldn't remove the cat. There's it's not like it's really restricting things when it's working properly. It doesn't. So, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. Nice. Yeah. It could be cool. I'd say I don't know what a 5.4 should sound decent. It's I don't know. I don't know what a 5.4 would sound like that. Every 5.4 I've ever heard has had an exhaust tick. That just kind of seems like their thing. They like to tick. So yeah, Grayson Camo posted a thing up here a little bit. The next event is Trail Hero. So if you have an off-road vehicle of any kind, if you have an Excursion, I mean, I want to know you're coming and I want to wheel with you. If you have an off-road vehicle of any kind, you can still come, and I still want to know if you're coming, and I still want to wheel with you. That is in St. George, Utah. It is the last week of September into October. So it's like the 29th through the 4th or something like that. It's right in those dates. And that's going to be an excellent time. It always is. One of my favorite events of the year is Trail Hero. So what is that, Vincent? That got all jumbled up here. And then Grayson Camo also just posted a event link. So if you are an Excursion owner and you want to be involved or want to know about the first ever full big-time United States Excursion meetup, that is in that link right there that they said Excursion event in, and you should go sign up for getting emails, updates about that. John Cat, not yet. I'm sure it will. But not currently. It's actually really surprising. John Cat, that's the reason a lot of people online are really funny. I literally keep seeing comments of like, don't cut it up to fit bigger tires. That's the cheap way to lift it. And I'm like, that's spoken by somebody who obviously doesn't drive off-road at all. Because that's the biggest factor to this truck as to why one of the things is really cool is because all the weight is so low, where if I was, 10-inch lift to fit these 40s, all my weight would be 10 inches higher. So I get off camber and start feeling that way, where this truck's really wide and it's got a lot of weight down low and it feels pretty stable on the trail. So, John Cat, I love me a 7.3, man. It is an excellent engine, but I do agree. I mean, for me, for an off-road truck, the 7.3 makes 0 sense. It is really heavy, and you have to get it spooled to make power. I'm yawning. And I don't know. I just like the way the V10 works better. Yeah, how's that going, Dennis? And Project XJ sounds freaking rad, man. Are you going to be driving that, or which one of the three amigos is driving the Amigo at Trail Hero? That's the real question, Caleb. Yeah, Dennis, how is it going? You're still working on it, so I'm imagining it's really not going as well as you were hoping. All three of you are driving it? Great. Love it. Fighting over the steering wheel. Are you bringing your XJ too? No, I've had those off of mine, Dennis, and they don't have a washer or anything. Yeah, I'm thinking, you can see me thinking through it. No, I don't think there's anything in there. Still waiting on a lower radiator hose. Yeah. Who's getting that for you? Is that a dealer? Yeah, Project XJ, you need to bring it all, man. Yeah. Exactly, Matthew. It will work. I do agree. And Freedom Works Jammin has built a really, really nice truck. So I mean, obviously, Imaging Pass and parts of Moab that he did are a lot different than the stuff that I'm doing. That truck is built a lot differently than what I'm doing. So the 7.3 works really well. And I'm not saying a 7.3 wouldn't work for what I'm doing. I just feel like it just has to spool and rev. And like, I own a 7.3. I love it. But yeah. Oh, project. You don't think you can get both of them ready for Trail Hero? Is that what you're saying? Or you're not coming to Trail Hero at all? Oh dang, Dennis. It went from PDX to Puerto Rico. Oh, got it. That makes sense. Makes sense, Caleb. It's fine. It's fine. You guys just need a breakdown, a shakedown run, you know? You just gotta come. You gotta come for a couple days. Come for the weekend. It's close enough to you guys that you can come for the weekend. Come on up on Friday night. Yeah, it's just the torque is interesting on the 7.3 because you still have to spool the turbo to get into the torque. So, like, yeah, it's got low end torque, but yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a really interesting concept. And on the way that I drive and the way that, like, how quickly the V10 can get on its power and create it, and then the fact that it can rev to $5,000 and not care. I think that the V10 is just overall a better choice for an off-road rig. Plus, if you're gonna do it really off-roading and you're gonna beat it up, I don't know why you would spend all kinds of money to do that when you can buy a V10 one for, well, Dennis paid $1,300 last week, 2 weeks ago. So, yeah. Shady, thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's always been my, like, that's my biggest argument, I think, is like, why? Plus, Matthew, here's another just like crazy spec. My V10 and my 7.3 in very similar forms when I started this build. My 7.3 weighed 8,300 with me in it. My V10 weighed 72. Over 1,000 pounds for an engine, and I will take that weight off so much. Shady Sight, this one right here, 6.8 V10. Matt, I don't know who that is, man. But yeah. John Cat, it's pretty darn good. It is, the V10 has its known issues, just like 7.3 in its crank position sensor, right? The V10 is everything you know about it, right? It shoots spark plugs. That can be remedied, in my mind. If it shoots one, it's because, something else. But by going around and tightening them. And then the second big problem with the V10 is the exhaust manifold leaks. And both of those things, if you correct them right or take care of them right, are things that are really easily avoidable. And so, I don't know. Like I said, I own both. There's a 7.3 Excursion sitting right there and I have put 348,000 miles on a 7.3, folks. I know everything that a 7.3 can do, can't do, does all the stuff, right? And I've only put, I don't know, 20,000 miles on the V10. And yeah, they're different animals. And I definitely just think that if you were going to build a pure off-road truck, or if you were buying one right now, like, if you were buying an Excursion right now and you were looking for one, I would suggest that you would be looking for a V10, because you can buy a V10 with way less miles on it for way less money. And the problem is now, even a 300,000 mile 7.3 Excursion is still worth what it should be worth. It's worth about 15. But with that many miles, you get 300,000 miles of body wear, of seat wear, of cab mount bushing wear, of suspension wear, of like all the stuff, right? But if you buy a 150,000 mile V10, maybe the interior's nicer. Maybe the body mount bushings aren't shot. Maybe all of that. And you only paid like $8,000 because you can buy a 150,000 mile V10 for $8,000 just about all day long. And so, yeah, you can buy a 200,000 mile V10 for a lot less. Dennis just bought one. I don't know how many. I don't remember how many miles were on you, Dennis. But you just bought one for $1,300. That's the best deal I've seen up here in the Pacific Northwest. Dennis got the best deal around. DeWaffles 6.4. That's great. Those can be really good with the right things fixed. I hope you have the right things fixed, or else it can be really expensive. Yeah, I noticed that like people in California were doing that too. I agree, Project XJ. It's obviously people are starting to fix the seats and stuff like that, which is awesome. But still, you know what I mean. Full delete, perfect. Speedy Gonzo, I just don't agree with you, but you can have that opinion. That's fine. With the head studs, man, DeWaffles, you got a cool 6.4. That's awesome, man. Yeah, John Cat. You could swap it in. It is the same transmission. I don't know that there's that much different. So exactly, Project XJ. Dang, DeWaffles, that list is not cheap, and I think it's made you a really nice truck, though. It sounds like so. Nice work. Yeah. Yeah, Dennis is 300,000 mile or 400,000 mile 5.4. It pretty much disagrees. This 230,000 mile V10 disagrees too. It's fine. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you have DeWaffles, but it sounds like you got a really nice truck, man. Nice work, and yeah, nice job. Done a lot of things to make it really nice. So good for you. It's yeah, it's a lot of work. Good editing. What am I editing? I'm not editing anything. I'm just here. But thanks, Sigma. Hit the thumbs up button. Just kidding. Hey, if you guys have not hit the thumbs up, you should. I would appreciate it. And yeah, there's also a donation tab thingy, the super thanks deal. If you guys are up for doing that, that would be awesome. And yeah. Yeah, John Cat, I mean, you're, nope, not a green screen or edit, man. It's just me sitting here in my garage. This is an excursion. So, yeah, I mean, you could run that 5.4 for tons of miles, John Cat. Those things are pretty bulletproof. Like I said, Dennis just chimed in here. He has a 3-valve 5.4 that has 400,000 miles on it. And, yeah. Speedy Gonzo, I agree. Again, I have to disagree. I do agree there are some things. There are 5.4s that shoot spark plugs. What I found is that it's a lot of maintenance things that are really causing that spark plug shooting issue. And if you go around and you check the torque on them every 10,000 miles or every 15,000 miles, you're gonna be just fine. So. Yeah, Dennis, how heavy is your trailer? I think either way, even if you're going to do the VNC codes like you were talking about, you watched that video, you could use the same airbags. So if you're going to buy airbags as your temporary thing right now, you can still just mount those up to your VNC codes when you do them. And if you're going to tow a lot with it, which is your plan, it's probably a good idea, honestly. That you could level the back out and give it some help and stuff. I don't think it's a bad idea. I just don't like when people just use them as a Band-Aid. They're like, I don't want to upgrade the springs. I'm just going to put airbags on it. And you're like, but the springs are too soft from the factory, folks. Like, we need to fix this. So yeah. Sigma, I've owned this for 3 or 4 years. Yeah, the trailer's not that heavy, Dennis, but, you know, it depends on how comfortable you want to be towing. Like I said, a lot of guys like the feel of airbags, and if that's what you want, like I said, even if you put them on right now, it's something that you can use with the V and C codes later. So, it's a couple $100 right now, and then you can just use them come later. So that's not too bad. I mean, yeah. But yeah, the springs are just, they were too soft from the factory, and as you've noticed, they are getting tired. They just, yeah. Project XJ, yes. So here's the next one that works. The 08s work. PMF makes a bracket that you can get an 08. You can get the 08 springs that are longer, so they actually ride better and they flex a little bit more. So this will get 08 springs on it at some point, whenever I can afford that for the rear, and if I can figure out how to make it low enough. That's the other side of it. Matthew, yes. Yeah, so you wanna pay attention to the spring code. But yeah, the front and the rear from the same age range is compatible, and then I believe the rear is compatible all the way up until 2008, when Ford made the rear springs of the Super Duty a little bit longer, and that's where PMF makes a bracket. And yeah, Caleb, if you get that, I want the springs. Rock out and Glock out. What is up, man? Love that name. This is a 2000 right here with a V10 in it. There's a 2001 7.3, about 50 feet that way. And yeah. John Cat. This now has 488s in it with the 40s. And then just bring them to Trail Hero for me. Or I'll have Grayson. I can get them. Project Shay. I can, if you have a set of springs, I will get them here. I got people to move around this country. So yeah, if you are going to do that. Thanks, Sigma. Yeah, I think Dennis, I think that's a good, just like overall, get yourself super tight and feeling really good the way it tows. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, Caleb, I will, if you have a set of springs, I will come figure out how to get them. Especially if they're free. I'm very good at getting free things, Okay, I gotta go open the door here. I gotta get more flow. I've got a brand new fan sitting over there. Right there is a fan, and it needs to go up there. And I need to put it up so that I can sit here and not sweat terribly while I'm talking to you guys. Hunter, the best way is to pull the head off. John Cat, I forgot to finish mine. I have 48 gears. This has a Detroit locker in the rear and a Grizzly in the front now. A lot of 5.4s actually did come with a 411, so that's pretty awesome. Sigma, it's an Excursion. Hunter, I'm just being honest. I mean, that's the best way. You're going to want to pull the heads. Yeah, I don't think you have to pull the cab or anything. The motor is a little tight in the back, so I think the passenger head would be a little bit hard to get off. But I guess you could lift the cab a little bit and do it. You can just lift it from the ground, pull a couple of the front mounts, and and lift it a hair if you needed to, but I would just start taking the head off, man. I mean, that's all you can do, and figure out what's in the way. And if the firewall's in the way, then the cab needs to go up. So I have not done head gaskets on it on a V10 yet. Yeah, Hunter, I say don't be afraid of it. Take your time. Doing heads is obviously something that is a big deal, but a head gasket is really not that hard. The other thing that you want to do, though, if you did blow a head gasket, is take your heads down to a machine shop. You can get them to test all your valves because you have them off, and then get them to plane the bottom of the head so that it's flat. Because if it warped or anything like that, when it got hot or something weird, you want to make sure that you fix that before you put it back together, because then you don't want to have to do this again. It's not fun. Matthew, most of them came with a limited slip. What would I do? That's a good question, John Cat, actually. So I would, if it blew an engine, that's an interesting thought. I've thought about the transmission a lot. The transmission I would swap to a manual if the transmission goes out. The motor, I think I'd probably just fix it. Just put another V10 in it, probably. I'm not really a big motor swap guy. It's a lot of work, and it's really hard to... it's really hard to make a swap really reliable. And so for an off-road rig, reliability is one of the biggest factors. And so I want to keep it reliable, and so I would probably just go straight with the V10 again. ZF6 would be my trans of choice, yes. Sigma, I don't know what the showroom price of. When I bought it in 2022 or 21, I paid $3,000 for it. It went new for close to 40 or over 40. It is, Hunter. Yeah. The same ZF6 out of a Super Duty. It's the same motor, same transmission. So it even has all the holes still in our floor of the Excursion. All the stuff is there. So the problem is that the rear heat goes underneath on the tunnel, and so you have to remove rear heat and stuff. Your 7.3 has a ZF6. Sick, man. Yeah. That's a great transmission. And I would think it would do really well in an Excursion. Someday. We'll see. I hope it's not soon. Can't afford it soon. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. Yep, exactly, Matthew. They bolt right on up. Anything that the Super Duty had, the Excursion can also have, even if it was not offered from the factory. Which there is not many things the Excursion didn't get. The frame is a tiny bit different in the back, so you can't do like a gas tank from a 250. But other than that, engine-wise, if that truck came with it, transmission-wise, it'll go into this. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Also, the front fenders and the hood and the doors and the grill. So, yeah. If you have not hit the thumbs up button, you should do that. If you're getting some value out of this content and you want to add to the super chat, donate some money, would appreciate that as well. And if you're just here hanging out and you just want to subscribe and you want to do that, I would also appreciate that. Excursion did, but it would be nice to have more fuel or stuff in the center sometimes, Matthew. This Excursion does not have a big tank, but that's because I bobbed it. So yeah. Andrew Wood, I'm yapping about the Ford Excursion, my friend. Yeah, and if you have not heard about the Ford Excursion event that is happening, we are doing the first ever, like, countrywide United States and Canada, if you want to come, Excursion meetup. So, yeah. John Cat, yes. Yes, manual swaps have been done on the Excursion. Quite a bit, actually. Hunter, my personal opinion is a Skyjacker. I am a Skyjacker fan through and through. They have an excellent product, and they make a 6-inch kit with full new leaf springs. So you get their soft ride leaf springs with a set of shocks and everything. And if you use Geeks 4x410 as your discount code, you get 10% off of that Skyjacker lift, and you get to enjoy a great ride for your butt and your back. So yeah, Geeks 4x410 get you 10% off at Skyjacker. So if you are looking for a nice lift kit, like I said, it replaces all the leaf springs and gets you new shocks, gets you U-bolts, gets you all the stuff. Their kit is super nice and complete. So that would be my choice for leaf springs. Get it, John Cat. Get it. All right, Andrew. What? Bye. Since you're high as a kite, you won't even know we kicked you off. Guys, the stuff is weird that when you go live, you just see like the most random comments from people, and you're like, what? Hunter, if you did a 6-inch with 35s, I would consider. What motor's in yours, Hunter? What engine is in yours? If you're a 7.3, then I wouldn't worry about it. If you're a V10, you might want to think about it. Oh, the guy was hilarious. One of the comments, John Cat, was like, that didn't even show, was, just kidding, just here messing around on YouTube because I'm high as a kite. I'm like, okay, you're out. Hunter, yeah, which one do you want to lift and put 35s on? And do you only want to go 35s? Because, so if in the 7.3, I wouldn't worry about regearing it. The 7.3 has enough torque to deal with it. The V10, what's the plan? Like, why do you want to lift at 6 inches and put 35s on it? Because here's my thought. If you are going for an off-road truck, 35s on an Excursion is not going to get you that far. So what I would do with the 6-inch lift is 37s all day, or bigger. Yeah, Hunter, you need 37s, buddy. 6-inch lift and 37s, do some trimming, make those things clear nicely, and enjoy the heck out of it. Yeah, Project Extra, you do. Need to go live every week, man, with me. Yeah. So Hunter, I would 100%. If you're gonna do a 6-inch lift, 37s minimum, and yeah. Matthew, I believe with the right offset, neither will rub. Obviously, you got to find the right offset. I am not the right guy to give you the right offset, because I'm 40s on a -12 offset with the Dana 60 though. So the Dana 60 with the coil front is wider than the factory 50, and so just that combination works really, really well. And the 40s don't rub at all on the control arms. They actually rub a tiny, tiny bit on the frame at full lock. Ramon, what is up, buddy? Live is going awesome. Glad to have you joining us today. Recognize that name. Can't remember if you joined us before on our live, Ramon, but I am glad you're here. John Cat, I don't know what you're asking. I don't know how many dead bodies you could fit. You could fit 8 with seatbelts on, though. Get rubbing pretty bad on the springs. What wheel and offset do you have on there, Hunter? Oh, yeah, you've been on here, Ramon. I'd say I thought I recognized the name, but I couldn't, like, super put it in there. Glad to have you back then, Ramon. I've been on here waiting for you. Just kidding. I mean, I have, but I haven't. Yeah, Matthew, that sounds safe. You're in high school. It's fine. Don't do dumb things. Project X Day, when did you go live? Shoot me up, man. Hit me up. I'll come hang out. Maybe. Depends on my time. I don't have very much time right now. But yeah. Yeah. Caleb, just text me. Let me know. I'll come hang out. I don't know if I bring more people to the lives, though. I don't know. That's great, Matthew. Yeah, I've had a lot of people in mind before, too. When I was probably close to your age. It's fine. Just be safe. Don't do dumb stuff with that many people in the car. And make sure they don't spill their coffee in your Excursion so it stays nice forever. 4.75. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's a way to get a 35 to not rub on the leaf spring. John Cat, I don't know which one you're talking about. So no. But it's a good time to wheel an Excursion. I love wheeling mine. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, that would be I would find the right stuff and do a 37. Because especially if you're going to do off-road stuff, Hunter, you need to go bigger on this one, man. If you've already got 35s on your 7.3, you got to go bigger. Oh, is it that, like, the cement hill one? The guy that just tried to launch it up the cement hill? Petey? I don't know. This is not really lifted. It's got 2-inch lift, kind of. Yeah, Project X-Ray, let me know. Come help out. I said I don't know if I help coming. But, you know, I'll come hang out. We can do a walk around of mine on your channel. Or my LJ. You tell me what you want. John Katz, yeah, that thing, that guy is beating the snot out of that puppy. So yeah. That poor thing. Feel bad for those trucks. What else we got, guys? We got some more people coming in here, hitting the little heart button, hitting the little party button, hit some thumbs up buttons as you go here. We're just hanging out, talking about Ford Excursions, the biggest and baddest and best SUV ever built by Ford in the early 2000s. And, yeah. Hunter, the best coil packs that you can buy for the V10 are the Motorcraft ones. Fords like Motorcraft. Always buy Motorcraft for your Fords. If you guys want to buy anything on Skyjacker, this month there is a giveaway they're doing for the ambassadors. And so I need like one sale. And I had a great month last month. But then this month when I have the opportunity to get in a giveaway, nobody's bought anything. So if you want to buy anything from Skyjacker, this would be the month. I would really, really love it. You can even buy some merch. Just use the code Geeks4x410. Get a little bit of Skyjacker stuff here at the end of the month. Would really, really appreciate that. The next thing that Grayson Camo posted is Trail Hero. Trail Hero is at the end of September into the beginning of October. If you have an off-road Ford Excursion, you should definitely come. And then we're doing a Ford Excursion event, folks. And that is in Texas in April of next year. And if you want to be the first to know full information on that, click on that link, put your email in there, do the thing. John Cat, I've been probably 105, 110 in my 7.3. Project XJ. Uh-oh, what do you like? I don't know what you like. Ramon, did you end up buying a V10 but since we've talked? Yeah, John Cat, you got to watch out. That was a long time ago. They can't prove it. 7.3s are governed. Couldn't go 105, 110. Not with a chip. But yeah, also, if you have not hit the thumbs up, you should. And if you want to donate to the old super chat, super whatever, I would really appreciate that too. Come on here to hang out with you guys and just get to know you, though. So if you can't donate to that, I totally also understand that. So I'm just glad that you are here. Glad that you are commenting. Love just sitting here and talking to you guys. So that is what this is about, getting to know my people. And you are my people. And because of that, I got another thing I would like to talk to you guys about. And after I answer Hunter's question, I am going to talk about this other thing, okay? So stay tuned, and I want to hear you guys' opinion on this thing, okay? Give me just a second. Hunter, you said thoughts on beadlocks for light trail use. Useless. Personally, I think that bead grips are the future, and I think that they are incredible. That's what I run on the Bob Excursion. I run my tires at 8 PSI. It'll actually bend the tire so we can see into the bead. I've had guys tell me on the trail that they can see down into my wheel, and I haven't ever pulled a bead off. So I really, 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 really like the Method bead grips. Yes, sir, Matthew. They are insane. Ramon, thank you, man. I'm glad to have you back, and I am glad you bought that Excursion, man. Congratulations. Welcome to new Excursion ownership. That is awesome. Glad to have another guy on board. You're probably right, John Cat. Okay, so I want you guys' opinion. So I haven't been doing a ton on YouTube. Also, there's another channel. So two things. There's another channel that I have started. It's called Geeks 4x4 Reviews. It's my Amazon review videos that I'm just uploading to YouTube. And if you want to subscribe to that, that's awesome. Not a big deal. Just letting you guys know that exists. And then secondly, I am thinking about taking some of the old footage from Building Bob, going through it, re-editing it, and making it a long episode type style. So is that something that you guys would watch? Like if I made an episode, how long would you want to see an episode? If I was going to do the Bob Excursion build in like an episode form, besides the 10-minute things of like, we're doing this today, we're doing this, how long would you want to see an episode of a build like that? What would you feel like going and watching? It would be all the same film. I'm going to probably voice over on top of it differently. And try and make it a better story and more engaging for you guys. But is that a 30-minute thing you would want to watch? Or is that a 45 or an hour? What is that? What kind of content are you enjoying these days? And because you guys are on my live, you get a behind the scenes of what I'm thinking about and spitting ideas out. Also, people that have been on my live are the only people that know that the Excursion event dates are probably the weekend after Easter. So that is, you guys are getting prime up close. We got some things that even the members know that you guys don't know too. So if you want to become a member of the channel, your memberships and stuff on the channel are also helpful things. So there is memberships on the Geeks 4x4 channel. So, but yeah, I know you guys, I would hope you guys would watch it. The question is, what's the time frame, right? Do you watch... I see, so my buddy, 30 to 45. Okay, so there's a number. So my buddy Dave Chappelle, he'll put out 2-hour videos. And I personally never have the time to sit down and watch that. Gazeman, awesome. Glad to see your name up here again. Did you end up buying that bumper? I freaking love my affordable off-road bumper. 45, so max them out at 40. We got two of them, 30 to 45, so max out at 45-ish. Not yet, Gazeman. Hey, I get it, man. I get it. They are not cheap bumpers. They're sick, though. Okay, 45. Yeah, so I'll try and keep them in that 45-minute range. If I go a couple minutes over, a couple minutes under, I think that's kind of my number shot point as I re-edit them. And like I said, I'm gonna just kind of go through, and I'll see where we go. Claudia, I have no idea what you're saying. Had to get the school supplies? Yeah, that takes precedence over a bumper. That's so annoying, Gazeman. Hate that. Gazeman? I don't remember how to say your name. Glad you're back, man, though. I haven't seen you in a while, so it's awesome. Thanks for coming back and saying hi to me. How was your excursion? Are we in a good place at the old excursion? Claudia, I don't know what you're saying. Got to translate it to English, please. Thank you. Ramon, it is going to be at... I'm gonna get rid of her. It's going to be at Maris Adventure Park, which is outside of Amarillo. The Arizona two-tone going on. Nice. Yeah, the old clear coat killing you. Yeah, something about that Arizona heat just kills the clear. Hey, Rusty, are you on here? He's probably not. My buddy Rusty, I don't know if you guys have followed Jeeping Adventure yet. That's a good buddy of mine. And his name is not Rusty, but I call him Rusty. And it took him a whole day to tell me I was wrong. But now his name is Rusty. It's just in my head. Oh, you are in here. You're sending me a link right now? What is it, Rusty? How much do they want? Are you buying it or me? I just found one today that I need to buy. There's a Rec 7.3 that for $2,500. The thing is destroyed, but then there's a Willys wagon right next to it. Oh, $5,000. That's expensive. What is this? What is this, expensive, chat? Just hit 215K on theirs. Is yours, Gazeman? Or Gosman? I forget. Is that a V10? We're just trying to get Greg to buy one now, Rusty. Yeah, if you haven't followed Jeeping Adventure, you should click on them. They're, oh yeah, V10 Brethren. Love it. Their page is really great. They've got a really cool built, kind of a Jeep. I hate to call it a Jeep because it's really not a Jeep. But it's sick. And if you like off-road stuff and just cool people, you should go follow Jeeping Adventure. Same with Project XJ. You guys have seen him commenting the whole time. And this is a dude that I haven't even met in real life. And Project XJ is just so cool. Caleb is such a cool dude. Built a really, really nice, one of the cleanest XJ builds I've seen around. And I really like it. And so I would follow him. I do follow him. So you guys should go do it. Nice. Yeah, there's a 7.3 a couple hours north of me for $2,000 that doesn't run. Think about that one too. Yeah, Gazeman. It's awesome. John Cat, you got to pick that puppy up. So yeah, the excursion event, the idea is at Maris, it's a long way from everybody. And that's the idea. That we're all going to drive. We're all going to take our excursions on road trips because it's like that's what they were made to do or something. And we're going to meet in the middle, and we're going to have an excellent time. It's an off-road park, but if you don't off-road, that's okay. It has got mountain biking and hiking and amazing views and great camping and just a cool place. And I want to have my excursion family there. So I'm going to drive a long way to make sure that some of you that are on the other side of the country don't have to drive all the way to me. Yeah, there's one right here. Gazeman, the trails in Maris, if that's what you're asking about, there's from just a normal, like, just dirt road to an extreme trail. So if you just want to go and putz around on a normal trail and air down your tires a little bit, or don't air down I would air down your tires. and just see some cool views with your Excursion and use a little bit of four-wheel drive, that's perfect. There's not, like, there are trails that are easy enough that you probably don't even need four-wheel drive and you can just go around this park. But if you're like me and you want to do some dumb things, I don't know how dumb I'm going to get. It's a long ways from home. And yeah, John Cat, I get that. They're always gone fast. Yeah, so that's the idea behind Maris. Like I said, there's a link right up here, Gazeman. We're kind of talking about it. Grayson Camo just posted the link, the Excursion event details link. If you scroll up just a little bit in the chat, I think you can click on it and put in your email there, and then I'll give you, that's going to be the list that I email for first, like, information. That's going to be the first dump of information when I have everything confirmed. I don't have everything confirmed yet. I will tell you, if you're thinking about it, if you want to pencil in the date, the date is the week, I'm thinking it's going to be the weekend after Easter. That is not a confirmed date. But yeah, nice to see you, John Cat. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you coming in and saying hi, man. Appreciate it. That's awesome. And just being here for a while. You were here for a long time. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Crazy Camo just posted it again. Gazeman. So, if you... But yeah, that's the idea behind the event. What was I getting at? I don't know. Everybody's going to drive. I don't want to do it except the freaking people in Texas. They're getting lucky. But I don't want to do it close to me. I don't want to do it on the East Coast because then I got to drive freaking 40 hours. And so let's all meet dead in the middle for us far folk and try and make it as accessible as possible. Exactly, Jeeping Adventure. You understand my thinking, Rusty. Yeah, so we're going to be leaving. Yeah, we'll be leaving on Saturday, and we'll go to Texas. So we're going to go stay with some friends in Waco and then come back up. But yeah, this might work really well. So you can come. You have to have an excursion, though. Sorry. Just kidding. If you want to come, you are welcome to it. You just got to get Costco to let you take like 8 weeks off every year, and it'll be great. Or you just come without Dusty. Just whatever. Yeah, so that's my tentative dates. Like I said, it is not confirmed by the park yet. I think we have it written down, but we don't have like a, boom, yes, we are confirmed and locked in. They had a couple more things up in the air that they were just trying to double check. And I need to get on them again this week. And yeah, we're going to have a good time. So yeah, should be a good time. We could wreck Stay Puft pretty nicely down there in Texas, and then just throw it on the trailer and drag it home. You should come, because then if I wreck Bob bad enough, I'll just drive Stay Puft home. I'm sure it's easy to drive down the freeway. And 100% legal. It'll be fine. Yeah, it's great. Great on the freeway. Full hydro is like, it's insanely legal. The perfect go straight vehicle, you know? It just really goes straight like this. That's how it goes straight. Yeah. Oh, guys, what else we got here? Got a bunch of people in here. Really glad to have all of you. We're talking about the Excursion event. If you own a Ford Excursion and you want to come and meet other Excursion owners and just be a part of the first ever full U.S. Excursion event. Yeah, I'm going to buy, if I have to drive Stay Puft home, I'm going to buy goggles and earplugs. And then cry. But it's fine. It'll be a good time. Or I'll buy him a top down there. Matthew, I hate to tell you, man. You said you're in Montana? MT? Where's MT? This is the best, Samuel. Thanks for coming to this with this, and you're going to get put in timeout. Bye! Matthew, I live in Washington State, my friend. You have no excuse. I'm going by you. I'll pick you up on the way there. Yes, Dennis. If you look up rear hatch, if you just look up rear hatch on my channel, you'll find a couple of them. Gazeman, yes, camping is available. Matthew, right below you, or no, not Matthew. Dennis, right in here, there's a link to my Geeks 4x4 store too, and there is one of the idea lists right in the top of them. There's a link to the correct struts, and if you buy those, you help me get my $2,000 sales goal, and then I make $60 extra. Just saying, just kidding. Yeah, Gazeman, yes. So the camping is available. There's tons of dry camping, and there is other stuff. Yeah, Dennis, you got a lot of work to do to get your trailer, get your excursion ready to go to Montana, man. That thing needs some work. Yeah, we're in Montana. I was just in Montana in April. Montana a couple times a year. Hamilton, that's a nice spot. I like me some Montana. There's a bunch of guys in Montana, Matthew. So I just want to say I have no excuse. Just kidding. I know some of these folks are younger, can't afford it. I totally get it. And the hope is that this event just keeps going on. And so you're going to be able to come at some point. I've been thinking about doing something in the Pacific Northwest too, just because I'm here. But I think I want to focus my energy on this right now. So I want to get as many excursion owners together out of the country as we can. And I think the best place to do that is right dead in the center of the country. And people are going to complaining about it, I promise you, from everywhere. And I'm like, guys, we're all going to drive. Nice. Matthew, you're going to be even closer to Texas and Wyoming. You have you're getting less excuses in August because it's next year. Yeah, Dennis, did that work? Did you find it? So, yeah, I know it's a drive for everybody. It's not a drive for the Texas people, Oklahoma people. But if we all make a little drive sacrifice, I think we can all. Super Fred, yeah, exactly. And we all have Excursions, which is the best road trip vehicle ever made. And why would you not want to drive it? I'm going to drive 1,600 miles, 26 hours on 40s in a V10 to go hang out with you. And people are coming from the other side of the country complaining about driving their apparently 20 mile per gallon 6 liters that I've been told all about, and they don't want to come. And it's like, come on. I'm going to get 12 miles per gallon all the way there, and I'm going to be smiling, like this the whole way. Yeah. 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 Because 40s are fun to drive across the country. We did it last year. It's a good time. Oh, did you actually find the Geeks 4x4 Reviews channel? Great. That's fun. If you guys didn't know, Grace and Camo is a good friend. They're always in my videos or helping me make videos. They've got the Camo JK. It's called the Blind JK. And then they have the White Gladiator that I've been posting videos that are comparing the Excursion to the Gladiator. So, yeah. Super Fred. Next year. What tests, Fred? What are you talking about? It's going to be in April. So you got plenty of time to get yourself ready, to finish your build, do your testing, drive it across the country. Driver's license test, maybe. Maybe Super Fred. Super Fred, super fine. The only Fred I know is that you, Fred? You don't need your driver's license, though. Oh, yeah, your driving test. All right, fine. if you don't have your driver's license, it's probably hard to drive to Texas. So you're going to have to drive, you know, yeah. It is you? The only Fred I know? That's great, Gazeman. Next week, Dennis, same time. I will probably be here closer to 4 next week. I failed to get here today, but I'm here. I'll be here, Dennis. Nice talking to you. Good to see you again this week, man. Thanks for the support. Thanks for hanging out. V3 Dids. What's up, man? How are you doing? Gazeman. No, okay, so I mean, if it's the Fred I know, he probably has his driver's license. He said it's a Fred I know. But you can't come, Fred, because you don't have an Excursion. Gazeman, let's talk about that. Nice, V3DS, that's awesome. Gazeman, so it's a private park. So there's going to be an entry fee for everybody to do or to stay there. So we're all going to have an entry fee. I don't know what the fee is going to be yet. I don't know any of that. But there will be a charge. And I hope it's not too much. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. It's kind of the good and the bad of it being a private park, is we're pretty much going to own the park for the weekend, but it's also going to cost everybody some money. So we'll figure it out. I'm going to try and get it as low as possible for the first year. For that fee, they're going to have trail passes included in that. They're going to have camping included in that, and maybe even some meals. So like whatever the price ends up being, it's going to be worth it. So that's my goal, is to make it to where the price is worth it. Because I know that we're, charging some people on top of driving is going to be, No special permits, no anything like that. It's just a privately owned recreation area, essentially. And so it'll be the private things. Heck yeah, Super Fred. Yeah, exactly, Matthew. That's what I do, is sleep in the back of the truck. So yeah. You guys don't need an OH. Is there there is a sticker or something there now for actually a street licensed vehicle, huh? Yeah, Washington doesn't matter. If you have a license plate, it doesn't matter. So, but yeah, that's all state stuff. So this is a little bit different. Us West Coasters, I've never been to this spot. So it'll be interesting for even me. And I have been to some private recreation parks, though. The coolest part about the private recreation park is it covers me. And not that this is my event or anything, right? I don't want to make this my event. You guys are getting the insights because I'm the one planning it. That's essentially all I want it to be, is I'm the guy planning it. Great. If you guys want me to talk, we're going to do talks every night. We're going to have people talk about things. If you want me to talk about things or do whatever, we're going to do all that too. But it's not going to be about Geeks 4x4. It's not going to be about me. It's just going to be about getting excursions together and being excursion family. Gazeman, I know, and California doesn't have it either. Awesome, Super Fred. I am glad that you are subscribed and followed everywhere, man. I appreciate that. That really helps, all those subscribers, all those thumbs up that you give me. Speaking of that, thumbs up right here would be pretty cool. And also, there's like a super chat thing if you want to donate some money. Would also really appreciate that. Just kind of hanging on live to get to know you guys and really just create this relationship with you, because I really care about the excursion community. I hope that comes across. I do really care about these trucks. I really care about bringing the community together. And I just want to continue to grow. I think we're all bummed that they're not making a new one. So at this point, we're an enthusiast group because we got an old rig and we've kind of developed a little excursion cult, and I'm okay with being part of the excursion cult. So we're all brainwashed to drive 20-year-old trucks. It's pretty fun. pretty fun. So I'm glad to have all you guys on my team. And just around here, you know, hanging out and supporting me. Hitting that like button, commenting on things, doing the things you guys do. So I really, really all appreciate it all. Oh, yeah, Gazeman, that sounds... there is a guy that just built one, I think, with that Godzilla. I haven't seen hardly anything from him. I feel like I saw some during the swap, but I haven't hardly seen anything from him yet with it done, which is kind of a bummer. But, yeah, that sounds sick. I don't know that makes enough more power for me to be like, yeah, I want to swap it. So... All right, how we doing on the poll here? We got 51% of y'all that have been in here are Excursion owners. Love to see that number. This has been growing every week. That number has been growing, and I'm glad to have you in here, the Excursion owners. Jeez, yeah, that's a lot of work for a not better motor. 10 out of 10, not a motor I would think about swapping for a 7.3. But probably mostly just did it to piss people off on the internet, which I get. I get that and respect that. Super Fred, indeed. You are not wrong. It is Mo Betta. Mo Betta. Crazy Cam, I just posted again. If you have not heard my next event that I will be going to, pretty much come hell or high water, and it's going to be hell or high water to get there, but will be Trail Hero the last week. It's like the 29th of September to October 4th. If you've got an off-road rig, if you want to off-road your Excursion, hit me up if you're going to bring your Excursion. We'd love to help you pick out the trails and do all that stuff, get you signed up for trails, get you on my trail. And we're going to have a great time. So if you are an off-road person or you want to test out off-road and you have something that's kind of built or not built, you just let me know. And I would love to have you guys there with me. Be a good time. 2 months. Jeez, really? Rusty, don't say things like that. That's way too close. The Centurion, John Cat, is what you are looking for. What is the Ford not Centurion? What is the Centurion Motor Company? Centurion. And I think it's a Centurion 2 or something. I forget. The four-door Bronco. You are right, Super Fred. I love those. John Cat, sorry. I would love to have one. It'd be a fun build for an off-road truck. But yeah. You know, Gazeman, do you already have tow mirrors on yours? Brian, here's the deal, man. It's all up for you. It's all up to you. There's obviously a lot of cost involved. Oh, the oval. Wait, like that shape? Or do you have the paddle mirror shape? Brian, let's answer Brian's question here. Brian asked, is it worth converting a rear-wheel drive, so a two-wheel drive Excursion to four-wheel drive? He's got a 2001 V10, and just kind of gonna, you know, it depends if you need four-wheel drive, Brian. If you don't need four-wheel drive, then no. But if you do need four-wheel drive, the cost to upgrade or change is a lot. But if you don't have very many miles on yours and you know all the history and you know all this and that and the other thing, it's not a hard swap. What I would do if I was going to convert one to four-wheel drive from a two-wheel drive is I would find a set of 2005 to 2007 Super Duty axles. You already have the coil buckets. you do need a little bit taller coil bucket, or you could just go with a little bit of lift and use the factory coil buckets that you have. Put the coil axle in the front, put the wider axle in the rear, and then all you need is a transfer case, and you're there and you're in. What that costs, I don't know. Depends on your area, depends on your stuff. The real question is, are you doing the work yourself? What does it cost overall? Because if you have a lot of miles on yours and it's kind of beat up and this and that, maybe it's better to sell yours and buy a nicer four-wheel drive one to start out with. Because then you get the transfer case, then you get all the wiring for it, then you get all the stuff. But you don't get the coil swap. So a two-wheel drive one going coil swap makes a lot of sense. So that's my 2 cents on it. What do you think, Brian? Is that all right? Gazeman, personally, here's my take. Just gonna hot take the mirrors, hot take the two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive. And hot take the fact that there's super thanks up there. If you guys want to thanks, just kidding. I hate the look. I feel like a weight is lifted off my chest. The ones that I like are the newest ones that fit on ours, which is like not the squares, but there's another one that's kind of an oval look, but it's got a chink in it, and I think that one looks better. Now, I had a buddy, I don't know if you follow him on Instagram, his name is Spool Bus Ben. He used to work for Diesel Power Products. He lives in Spokane. And he put those on his, or he bought one with them, and he said that they were terrible. The size of that mirror and the shape of that mirror didn't help him see anything at all. The wink mirror is awesome. It's huge. Big old wink mirror. But the actual mirror, not super helpful. Everybody with the squares, the rectangles, says you can see way more. I don't know. They just don't look right. It's a round truck with square mirrors. If you don't like the stock one, then, and if you like the square one better, send her. I mean, why not, that's just my thing, Yeah, Matthew, I'm kind of in the same boat. I personally, on my 7.3, and I've been thinking about doing this for like 6 years, so it's really going to get done soon, I'm sure. I like the 6-liter mirrors, but it's not 6 liter. It's in 2003, Ford started putting the marker light in the side of these factory bean, I like the jelly bean name, jelly bean style mirror. And I want to put those ones on my 7.3. So, Colio Turbo, yeah, you're totally right. Be careful with fentanyl. That's terrible. But you're going to be not in this chat, so bye. Yeah, so that's just my opinion, right? Like, you guys ask, I'm just going to dish it out. Personally, just not a big fan of the square mirrors. I've looked at them really close, all these things. I'm the same way on that, Gazeman. I really, and this might be, and I'll tell you guys a really personal, growing up story. Growing up, I had a 1/24 scale red F-250 that had this front end on it. And for some reason, I just am so enamored. This is my favorite front end that Ford has ever done. And so I don't know that you'll ever see me doing a swap like that. I did do the headlight swap on this one. A lot of cutting, a lot of that, and this and everything. But I just don't like the newer stuff. I'm just not. I don't know. I guess I'm just an old school guy. So I don't know. I do like, now that John Cat said right there, if you updated the front and the rear taillights, I do like when there is a rear taillight, and I think the newest that you could get would be the best in my book. I don't really like the 6.4 front end. It's not really good looking to me. So I would go to the newer, first gen 6.7s, the steel body 6.7s, would be my personal preference. Great terminology right there to steal. Spawn, no. Duck Ninja Dad, what is up, my friend? Glad you're back. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm trying to decide how long I'm going to be here. But I am still here, hanging out. And yeah. Yeah, the stack headlights on that 6.4 front end, I just not a fan of. But there's guys that have had Excursions. So to me, it's the steel body 6.7 if you are gonna swap it over. And again, I agree. I think you have to do the taillights and the rear fenders too. The way that they did the body line, there's like another lip up in here. And when you do the fender here and you don't do the rears, it looks kind of goofy. So the amount of, if you do all that work and it kind of looks, I don't know, I just don't think it's worth it. I don't know. Am I just lame? It's just my opinion though. Nobody cares. Yeah, and I don't know that it looks terrible. I mean, it's obviously they've done a lot of work, but you're just like, you've done a ton of work. Do all of the work. Did Heavy D do? Somebody grafted the rear fenders. I don't think Heavy D did what I'm talking about. Are you talking about the black one that they gave away, or a different one? Mr. Gosman. I can't remember how to say your name. But I did watch the giveaway where they gave away that black one, and they did update it. I think they did the rear fenders. Yeah, I think you're right. They put the rear fenders in. Yeah, and that's the way to do it. It is so much work though. Yeah, okay. So the black one. Yeah, it's just like, and nobody's doing that work when they're doing it. They're buying the McNeil kit and they're throwing it on, and it looks pretty cool, but it doesn't give you the full like new truck look. So yeah, Duck Dad, we are we're having a in-depth. Brian, thank you for that donation, man. I appreciate that. That is awesome. You guys are you guys are the best. Thank you for supporting this, and I appreciate it. Scratched it. Got the hearts coming. Got the party things coming. We are rolling here. And the good stuff. Appreciate the good vibes, guys. This is what we're doing. Just love hanging out with you guys. The reason I go live is to come and hang out. So we talked about me creating some episodes, putting a bunch of short, old videos together of building the Bob Excursion, and creating some long-form episodes that actually get you guys a solid story. And so, yeah. Gazman, yeah, it's an original V10. 2000 with, it's now got like 235,000 miles on it, but the odometer only says 230. Because it's got big tires on it. And Ford was like, no, we're not going to make it easy to put big tires on it and make your odometer right. But yeah, full original V10. That's what I went out seeking when I was going to build this truck. I even had my brother's truck, 7.3, sitting in my backyard when I started looking for this one. But I could not bring myself to cut up an original 7.3. Not for me. Plus, we got a lot more money for it than I could have given him. So, paid $3,000 for this truck. It had 213 on it. And we drove it 400 or 500 miles home. And, yeah. They did, John Cat. I don't know that Ford ever sold it. But, who made the kit? Somebody, Kenny Bell or somebody made or Whipple, made a supercharger for the V10 back in the day. They do exist. Every once in a while I see one come up for sale. I'm still kicking myself. There was one on a wrecked Excursion for sale for really cheap that I should have just bought the whole truck a couple years ago. And I didn't. Yes, sir. Yeah, that would be, it's really funny. I think about every week in our live here, we talk about a supercharging, or somebody comes in and goes, you should turbo it. It's like, I'm going to supercharge it if I do anything to it, and it's if I find it. So what do you mean by improvement, Duck Ninja Dad? I don't know that it's an improvement over much. Somebody makes an insanely expensive kit. I think they're poly or something. I don't really feel the body moving that a poly mount would change. I do feel it in the floor creaking every once in a while. Oh, are you feeling the creaking in the floor, Duck Dad? Exactly. Exactly, Fortified. This guy gets my thoughts. Supercharger is much quicker. Oh, you swapped them already. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, that's... I don't know that you're going to get any improvements from them or any upgrades from them, but you're going to get rid of noises. Because now these trucks are all 20. This one's 25. That one over there's going to be 25 in a couple weeks. Yeah, it was built in August. Yeah, they're not something. I mean, like I said, if you've had a couple go bad, just replace them. That's not like a mod thing that you would necessarily feel the difference in. The sway bar is another thing that people talk about, and I'm not a Yep, good old Ford right in here. Safery, how are you doing? We're just hanging out talking about the old Ford Excursion and making good memories, having a good time. So Soheal Safery. Ah, Land Cruiser fan. Sweet. That's all right. Land Cruiser guys are accepted too. Yeah, Land Cruiser is definitely a car. You do agree. Sway bar is disconnected. That works really well. Compounds? Yeah. It's too intricate. That's awesome, John. Yeah, Matthew, it's just too intricate. It's too much stuff to fail. They would spool quicker, but Thanks, Soheal. Yeah, Soheal. I don't know. Sohel. I don't know. Thanks for the subscribe, man. Appreciate that. Just here to hang out, right? What kind of Land Cruiser do you have? One of like the older ones, or one of what do you got? I mean, if you're an off-road guy, we're friends. Just kidding. But yeah. Off-road, on-road, don't really care. If you're a car guy, I'm just like hanging out with people, man. That's what the idea is around this channel. Get to know people, help them out with all their stuff. 2008 and a Hilux. Dang. Where are you from the U.S. with that Hilux or somewhere else? A 200. Is that one of the 4-doors? I'm thinking it is with a 200 number. Because it's not the wheelbase on those. Overall length? Is that the number? I can't remember. I'm guessing. Where are you from? Are you from another country here? Not from the U.S.? Because the old Hilux is something that you can't hardly buy in the U.S. So they're sick though. Those are great trucks. From the USA. Got you. Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. You guys have Landies, as I feel like I hear them called a lot, all over the world. And yeah, we have them here. They're different. The amount of electronics and stuff on all these new ones, I really don't like. Not a big fan of all the electronics. We do have the Tacoma. It's not great. If you like underpowered with way too much shifting in your transmission and a plastic bed, Tacoma's your truck. Indeed, John Cat. Better idea just to buy an Excursion. Excursion is mo better, as somebody said earlier. Mo better. Still got the super chat open if you guys are up for yeah, Matthew. If you guys are up for donating, the super chat is open. That would be awesome. You got a new Bronco Fortified? Yeah, they really went wild with how many things the computer is controlled. I'm not a fan of that. Fly went right into my eye. Why? Why do they do that? Yeah, 24. Dang. Yeah, that's I mean, it's a sick ride, right? But like, how hard can you really modify it or beat on it when everything is controlled by computers? And the answer is not as hard as somebody that's not. Dude, just fly. Your first new car. Awesome. That's awesome. I hope it's been good. I've heard some horror stories about those things because of all this electronic stuff that we're talking about. And yeah, I hope that yours has been good, because they're really cool looking, and they seem pretty darn capable. I do wish that, we all wish. What do we all wish? That they were solid axle. Yeah, the tech is just rough. It's just, unfortunately, and everybody's going more and more towards it. And you're just like, I don't know that anybody wants that. I really like the, isn't it Jeff Bezos is invested in that? I don't even know what the stuff is, but that like little truck that's super simple. It's electric, so that's annoying. But it's like crank windows and manual locks and all the good stuff. That sounds cool. Fortified, I mean, maybe. It rides better fast off-road, maybe. If you do a lot of work to a solid axle, it'll ride just as good or better. But IFS will never flex. I mean, no, I agree. But that's what they built it for. That's what's sad. Oh man, yeah, that's terrible. But yeah, I just the amount of money you have to spend on IFS to make it as good off-road as just bolting on a lift kit to solid axle is just insane. John Cat, I have the Slate. Yes, the Slate truck is adorable. That's the one I'm talking about. It is so simple. All it is a motor and 4 wheels and a truck. And that's what I want if I'm going to be forced to buy something new and dumb. Yes, so Nate has spent a ton of money, made an extremely capable IFS truck. So it is doable. It is doable because of all the research, all the stuff that he's done. But I don't have that kind of coin. It's, I mean, nothing against what he's done, right? I'm mad respect. He has, the way he thinks about suspension, the way he does is very similar to what I do. But he's been able to buy and do all the stuff to make IFS actually capable. And it's really impressive. But not my cup of tea. Jeez. No idea, John Cat. I'm not a Danger Ranger fan. Those guys have their things. They're a little small for me. Like big trucks. Big excursions. 2 excursions. Why would I need a Ranger? Sure as heck don't need a Ranger. My Ranger is my LJ. It's super small, just like a Ranger. It's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, it is funny to park next to a Tesla, especially the Cybertruck, because everybody's like, it's so big, and then you pull the Excursion next to it, and you're like, here's where I'm sitting. 8, man. Big a tire are you on to get that bad of fuel mileage? Or you'd only drive it around town? Yeah, there's no reason to have it between. It's more fun. Yeah, mostly in town. That's why you get 8. Say, once I get on the freeway with Bob, I don't drive him around town all that often. Let's get on the freeway with Bob. It'll get push around around 11 or around 12. Yeah, that's awesome, Duck Ninja Dad. Great all-around driving rig. The V10, I think, is the best for that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because you get increased mile per gallon towing as far as getting on the highway and stuff if you're going somewhere, and then you even out the increase that you might get from driving on the highway by towing a trailer. So that's great. Yeah, the V10 is smooth like a friggin' sewing machine, unless you don't have motorcraft coils. Then it's a little bit less smoother. But yeah, I come to stoplights sometimes and I never know if it's running. Just like, is it running? It's smooth and quiet. I like it a lot. All right, guys. I think I need to call it. Been on here for over 2 hours again today. Really, really appreciate all of you coming on here. We had a great conversation today. John Cat, no. The V10 is slow as butt. Yeah. WeatherTech, and buy them through my store, Brian. If you go to the Geeks 4x4 Amazon store, which Grayson Camo might link right here, you can see in one of the lists, the interior list, that you can get the Husky liners, and they are so much nicer than WeatherTech. That's what I would buy. They make them for all 3 rows. WeatherTech has a really nice one for the back, though. Yeah. There is... use the code Geeks4x410 if you are going to buy any suspension stuff. If you want a link to the event, shoot me an email, geeks4x4@gmail, or a private message on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the stuff. I'm glad to have all of you in here. Appreciate all of you for hanging around. A lot of you hung the whole time. That is super duper cool. And I hope I do this every week. So if you are free this time of day on Wednesdays, so far it's on Wednesdays, it's going to have to change in September. But for right now, we're going to be every Wednesday, same amount of time. We're here 4 p.m. Pacific, and just going to hang out with you guys. So thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you all. Last post in there is the Excursion event link. So if you have not signed up to be on that email list, you need to do that so that you make sure you don't miss out on information about the event. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you for donating. Thank you for caring about what I do. And go on there and have fun excursioning. Thank you, my geekies. I'm out. Bye.